Hello, students, and happy Monday. Welcome back to Mrs. Reynolds' ALD class. Please complete your work every day using this page. And of course, if you need help, log into this live link for questions. All you need to do is click on the link and click on the link below. That will bring us to our live classroom. But remember, only go there if you have questions. If you have a question about what you need to do, what you need to work on, and what you need to complete, all that information is right here. So let's take a look. First, today is Monday, 11/9. Second is our video. Hopefully you clicked right here where it says Monday video and you're watching that video right now. Last but not least, you've got your 2 directions here. Please watch all of this video in order to find all of your directions. All right, here we go. First thing we need to do is check your poems book on Story Jumper. What we need to check it for is make sure that we have shape, alliteration, and acrostic poems. Those are the 3 kinds of poems we have learned about in the last 3 weeks. So let's go ahead and click on Story Jumper and click on the link attached. Once it goes in here, you might have to click on Sign In with Google, whatever you need to do, and then find Mrs. Reynolds ALD/ELD class. Mine looks a little bit different, but your book should pop up just if you scroll down just a smidgen. Mine looks a little different because I get to see all of your books, which is pretty cool. Your book's, of course, only showing what you have instead, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and click on my book and get ready to rock and roll. What I want you to check for your book today is if you have the pages you need, all right? So let's edit it and let's go through it together. The first thing on your book you should have is this welcome page, all right? That is page 2. It's right here at the very bottom of your page. The second page you should have here is on page 3. It's kind of like our first chapter. The first chapter is called Shape Poems. So make sure you have a page here that says Shape Poems. If you don't, click on page 2, just like I did here, then go over here to this plus page and add a page. Then right here, you have a blank page where you can add Shape Poem. If you already have that chapter title, I'm going to go ahead and press that delete page, press OK, and I've got my chapter title here. Behind this chapter, I have my 2 shape poems. I did 2. You might have done more. My first page is our love poem, our heart poem, and our second page I did was a flower poem. These are my 2 shape poems. You might have more than 2, and that's totally fine, but make sure you have at least 2. Next chapter is called alliteration poems. Remember, don't put an alliteration poem on here. This should just be the chapter page. So this is chapter 2, alliteration poems. I just did a fun little picture of Sally selling seashells down by the seashore. If you need it, remember, come over here, press that plus page button and add that chapter page. If you don't need it, press delete. You don't need it there, okay? I was actually able to do 3 alliteration poems. I did Miss Reynolds Really Loves Riding Roller Coasters. Remember, alliteration is the same sound over and over again. I did Lacey Loves to Lick Lollipops, that LLL sound, and Tony the Tiger Tickles the Tentacles of Ted the Octopus, another T sound. So I was able to do 3 of those actually. My next section, my next chapter is called acrostic poems. So notice I just have the word acrostic poems for this next chapter. My first acrostic poem is Melissa. You can see down here I have Melissa, and this poem is all about Melissa. That's me. Merry, educator, loving, interesting, smart, surprising, and apple. I was able to get done. Oh, I did not. Oh, okay, good. This is great. This is what I need to work on. I only have 1 of my acrostic poems done. So that means today I need to click here on page 12 and I need to do my dog's poem. Okay, good. I'm really glad I was able to check over my book. If you already have your 2 acrostic poems, you are set to go. Make sure you have everything you need. Remember, all poems should have our cover, our title, our shape poem, at least 2 shape poems, our chapter 2 alliteration poems, at least 2. I do have 3, lucky me, extra points. And of course, our next chapter, our chapter 3 acrostic poems. You should have at least 2. I only have 1, so that means today, this is what I need to work on. Maybe you're noticing, Miss Reynolds, I actually have 2 of every poem, or maybe you have more of every poem. Great. Maybe since you've got some time today, you can go back and add a new shape poem. Click here on your shape poem and add a page. Oh, that's delete page. We don't want to do that. Add a page plus and add a page here. Put in your interesting information, okay? Your amazing shape poem, all right? But if you're not, I'm going to go ahead and delete that page out because I already have 2, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please make sure you have chapter 1, shape poems, 2 shape poems or more. Remember, shape poems are poems in the shape of the item you're describing. Chapter 2, alliteration poems. Make sure you have at least 2 alliteration poems. I have 3. Last but not least, chapter 3, acrostic poems. Make sure you have at least 2 acrostic poems. I do not. That means today I am working on this. If you need more pages, bottom left, press that plus page. If you need to delete pages, press that delete button and press OK. If you got this far, that means you have made it to the end of the video. If you would like something extra super secret in the mail today, I need you to do one thing for me. Are you still listening? Are you still watching the video? Are you feeling brave? What I would like you to do is go back to our ALD work, and I want you to click on the live link. I want you to go into our live meet, and what I would like you to do is meow. Yes, I said that. I want you to go to our live link. I want you to come into our class. Don't say anything. Don't say, Miss Reynolds, do I really have to do this? Don't say, Miss Reynolds, do I have to? You don't have to. You don't want to. But if you say meow in our Google Meet and nothing else, I'm going to grab an envelope. I am going to shove something special in it, and I'm going to send it to your house today. I'm not joking. All right, that is what you get for making it to all the way to the end of our Monday video. Please make sure you check all of your poems in Story Jumper. Please make sure you have your shape, alliteration, and acrostic poems. And if you would like a little prize in the mail, go on over to our Google Meet and you know what to say. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.